In this vid, I'm going to show two trade binders, or actually they're not trade binders, they're sale binders that belong to a friend of mine. I've been helping him sell some cards for a few months now, and this is pretty much what's left. I'm going to try and get what's left of his cards back to him by regionals, which is in 2 or 3 weeks or so. So I'm kind of doing a last-minute blowout sale where I'm just kind of cutting prices and seeing how much I can kind of get them. So everything in here is strictly for sale, with the exception of if you have something from my collection once list, and that can be found on my channel or on tradecardsontline.com/competer3. If you have something from my collection, I will trade it and then I will pay him back for him. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Raichu EX has some damage. I was originally asking, I think, like $6 for it, because it was still a pretty valuable card. I'll go down to 3 or 4, depending on the offers. 2 Jolteon EXs. One is near mint, the other has some damage. I was originally asking $10 for the mint one. I'll go down to like 6 or 7 for the mint one and 3 or 4 for the damaged one. Absol EX, yeah, $3 or $4 for that. Kabutop's the same, $3 or $4. Shiftry, yeah, 3 or 4. Skarmory, I think, it's about $5. I can probably go a little bit lower, maybe 4. Mewtwo, I think this has some very minor damage. It's like has one little bitty crease. Was originally asking, I think, 8 for it. I can go down to 6. Same Shiftry, so the same as before. Latios, I think, was originally 10. I can go down to 7 or 8. The other Shiftry, we can still stick in like the 4 range. And same with the Persian EX. I think it's just a box topper, so we can go with about 4 for that as well. Yeah, that sounds about right. 3 or 4. Prices are all negotiable though, so if you buy a bunch of cards, I'm more likely to go down on price. If you buy cards for the price that I'm asking, I won't charge shipping. If you go down on price significantly, I'll ask $1 for shipping just to cover the stamp and the envelope. And, okay, let's continue on. So these are all the secret rares from various sets. They're all hollow, so say $2 each, maybe. Japanese holos. Some of the big ones, like Blaine's Moltres, the Gyarados, the Espeon, I'd probably like to see $4 or $5 each, but, I could probably go down to 3 for some of them. Japanese rares, and this is a different language, $1. I could probably even do 2 for $1. These are the pop rares, so the ones that you pull in the pack, not the promos, so these are a lot harder to pull. $1 or $2 per rare. There is Armaldo EX, which is the non-hollow, which is much harder to find. I'd say 4 or 5 for that one. So same thing, more non-hollow rares. Yeah, $1 or maybe 2 for some of them. Some of the really harder ones like Latios, and Ho-Oh. More non-hollow rares. And a couple more. Still more pop cards. So now we're getting into pre-release cards, so they all have this pre-release stamp right here. I could probably do $3 each, maybe. There's more there. The Charmanders are city promos, say $3 or $4 each. Tropical Wind has some smudges, so but it is a Worlds promo, I think. So still say another $3. Random Cool Hollow Energy, $2 each. This is actually the only thing I could find online as far as pricing this thing. It's got the Professor Program stamp, Lightning Energy. I think it was going for like 20 or 30 bucks. Honestly, if someone will give, say 5 for it, I could probably do that. These all have the winner stamps, so I don't know how you got them. But yeah, I could do like 4 or 5 each. More winter stamps, and then city challenges, yeah, 4 or 5. Yeah, cities, regionals, maybe a little bit more for regionals, just because that's pretty old, but still kind of on the 4 or 5 range. And then here's some more winter ones. Some reverse promos from the old DX series, $1. Gym Challenge and City Championships, yeah, $4 or $5 each. Fun little league thing, yeah, 50 cents maybe. Southern Island cards, the Holos, I'd say $1, the rares, 50 cents. Actually, the Holos might go up to $2, especially for the Mew. Wizards of the Coast promos, I'd say anywhere from 50 cents to $1, maybe $2 for the Holo Eevee. Maybe $1 for the Mewtwo's. Maybe $1 for Pikachu's with the stamp. Lily Pad Mew, I think, runs a little bit more, so maybe $2 or $3 for that. Yeah, again, I'd probably stick to $1 for most of these, since he's got quite a few duplicates. Mew is a holo, so maybe $2 for that. More rares. Alright, now we're getting, oh, there's the Psyduck. Now we're getting into the set cards. So these are all organized by set. Base set holos. I'm going to say all holos are $2 each, except for, let's see if we can get a little bit more for the Mewtwo's, maybe 4 or 5. Same with the Blastoise and Venusaur, see if we can get up to 4 and 5. Alakazam, say 4, maybe 3 to 4. And the Shadowless Hitmonchan, since it is Shadowless, I'd like to see at least 3 or 4 go for that. But everything else, $2. Non-holo rares from base set, $1. I could probably go 50 cents if you're buying multiples. And from here on out, pretty much everything, I'm going to say holos are $2 and rares are 50 cents to $1. I'd say 50 cents as long as you buy 2, just to make it even. First edition fossil Zapdos, probably like to see $1 go for that. But everything else, 50 cents. Jungle holos, $2. Jungle rares, 50 cents to $1. And I'll pretty much just stop repeating that. I mean, I think $2 is a pretty fair deal for these older holos, and then 50 cents to $1 for the rares. I think that's pretty fair as well. Base 2 Charizard does have some damage to it. I think it's very minor though. But I'd still like to see $5 for that. Blastoise and Mewtwo from base 2, I'd like to see maybe $3 or $4 each for those. I believe those both are near mint. Scyther from base 2, really poor condition. I'll throw that in with any sale. Rares. First edition Fearow, I'd say maybe 3. The rest of the holos still 2. Gengar, though, the Gengar is also first edition, so let's try and get around 5 for that. More rares. Say 3 for Missy's Golduck, that's first edition. Erica's Venusaur, that's a pretty big one, so I'd say 4 or 5 for that. Oh, Kuga's Beedrill is holo as well. And then more rares. Yeah, first edition rares, I'd say $1. That actually has writing on it, so I'd probably include that for $1, because you can use rubbing alcohol to get that off. Typhlosion and Jumpluff are a fairly popular one, so I'd say 3 maybe for each. 2 for Azumarill. More rares. Discovery, Tyranitar has some severe damage to it, so I'd say like $1 for that. Sorry about the cut, ran out of memory space. So yeah, Espeon, probably a little bit more, but everything else, couple bucks. Rares. First edition Crobat holo, probably wants $3 for that. 2 is fine for the rest. And then non-holo rares. Here we get into some that are a little pricier. The Dark Scizor, Light Dragonite, and Dark Gengar, I've seen go up for like $8 to $10. So I'm going to try and get 5 for each of them, and then, yeah, 2 for the rest. Rares. Legendary Collection Holos, a couple bucks. Reverses, Gengar is a rare, so with reverses, how to price these? I'd say the same thing as rares. Common and uncommons are going to be 50 cents, rares are going to be $1. Rares, or non-holo rares I should say. And then we have these two. These are the deck promos, so these are non-holo. I'd like to see about $3 each for them. I think that's still a pretty significant price cut. Expedition Holos, a couple bucks. Rares. Mewtwo does have a bit of damage. The Charizard Rev also has a bit of damage, but I'd like to see $2 come out of that as well. I believe all of this is rare, and then Kadabra on or common uncommon, so rare reverse is $1, everything else 50 cents. Azumarill Holo kind of misplaced a bit there. And more reverses. Okay, so that's the first binder, and the second binder is pretty much same stuff, but we're just getting further on into sets. So Ruby Sapphire Holos, rares and reverses, holos, rares. Oh, this is Sandstorm, by the way. Reverses, holos, oh, rares, lots of rares. For things that you see, like a lot of this, I mean, I might even go down to $1/4 on these non-holo rares. Reverses. So yeah, everything, yeah, let's say $2 except for Mewtwo. Let's see if we can get 3 for that. Rayquaza, maybe 3 for that as well. If I have multiple people doing offers, we'll have a kind of a little bidding war auction, I guess. Rares. Reverses. Yeah, Espeon, Umbreon reverses. Yeah, those are rare, so $1. Common, uncommon, 50 cents. Unseen Forces, holos. Yeah, a couple bucks here. Reverses. And I know it's hard to see the reverses, but there is a little stamp sign. Rares. Yeah, a lot of these EX series rares, since there's so many duplicates of them, probably can go down to $1/4. As long as you're buying more than just one. Rayquaza has a lot of damage to it. I'll give this away for free with any sale. More holos. Rares. Oh, and this is Deoxys, by the way. So lots of Deoxys reverses. For some of these common uncommon verses, I could probably go down to $1/4 if you're buying a lot of them. Holos from Legend Maker. Rares. Legend Maker reverses, including reverse Rainbow Energy. Probably gonna stick to at least $1 for those, since you can still use them in tournaments. But of quite a few other reverses from this set. Team Rocket Returns, one of my favorite sets. Holos, rares, and reverses. And this entire page is rare. Hidden Legend Holos. Reverses, and I know these are hard to see the reverses on as well, but these are the rare reverses, and then common, uncommon reverses. Oh, now we're into Fire Red Leaf Green. So all these are holos from Fire Red Leaf Green. Rares. Rare reverses start with Dodrio. Emerald holos. Might want to get maybe $3 for some of the legendaries like Rayquaza and Groudon. But like I said, all these prices are negotiable. Just let me know. Trying to clear anything and everything out within the next 2 or 3 weeks, so I can just kind of give back what's left and be done with this stuff. Reverses, including a really awesome Pichu. Might ask $1 for that one. Holos from Team Magma versus Team Aqua. Lots of aggron. More holos. And more holos. And I think one of the Sharpedos has some damage to it. Rares. Lots of rares from this set. So yeah, easily go down to $1/4 for these. Reverses, and these are rare reverses. Those are 2 Sharpedo up at the top, kind of hard to see. More rare revs. And common, uncommon revs. Lots of these as well. A whole lot. And then a few last sets. Holo and Phantoms. Some holos up there at the top. Rares. Revs. Dragon Frontiers Typhlosion holo. Rare. Rev. Blaziken holos from Power Keepers. Rares. Revs. Crystal Guardians, holo, rev, and revs. Diamond and Pearl, rares, revs. Secret Wonders, 1 rare, 1 rev. Great Encounters, rares, and a Stormfront Skarmory rev. So that's everything. If it's easier, if you just want to make a list of cards and PM it to me, and I can work out prices for you, I can do that as well. Like I said, just next few weeks trying to clear out as much of this stuff as possible. And thanks for watching. Comment below what you're interested in, or PM it to me. PMing is by far the fastest way for me to get a response back to you, but of course I'll always respond to comments as well. So thanks for watching.